All right. How's it going? Welcome back, guys. It's Friday. It's Friday's super grind time, apparently. I guess that's what I'm calling it now. Because it's not Friday night. It's Friday day. Like 1 o'clock p.m. In the middle of the day. And we're going to grind. So it's not Friday night loot anymore because it's not night. So we're going Friday super grind time. Guys, I accidentally used all my Astra packs and now have 56 astrolabes to use. So we are gonna run some breaches. But first, before we enter the breach, let us get into our inventory. Oh, I should have sorted stuff before I started. Let's Barsoom it. Should we just Barsoom? Because we could use a baby Barsoom. We could use like two or three baby Barsooms. Or we could just go big Barsoom. We're locked in. We can also use a weird contraption. And I kind of wish I had some snack juice. I need to buy it the next time it's on sale. Let's smash some breaches. Maybe we'll get a star core today. Oh, surrounded cat. You were gonna say baby Barsoom? How's it going? Surrounded cat. First person in the chat in a long time. I should have maybe baby Barsoomed, but I'm planning on going for a while today. So I'm thinking locking into the Barsoom means we're gonna grind for a while today. I don't have anything else planned. I got an energy drink. We might as well do it. Might as well do it to it. Surrounded cat, are you Vant? Because it looks your picture looks like his on Discord. Okay. Yeah, right on. Oh, it's not that late for me. It's 1 o'clock, 1 p.m., 1:20 p.m. Found your old Twitch account. Hell yeah. It'd be cool if you start hanging out in the streams, keeping me company. Haven't been logged in literally years. Now that I found it, I just might. Heck yeah. I mean, you could always make a new account, right? What keeps you from a new account? Guys, we got a Champerado. Crit chance and damage reduction. 3% crit chance, 1.4 damage reduction. That's not the one we're looking for yet. I just didn't know it was this email and I had this one. Right on. Well, I'm glad you found it. This is a good energy drink. It's called Electric Limeade. And it tastes like Sprite, but good. I'm just kidding. I'm trying to get through my breaches as well. Was procrastinating running them all day. I mean, I'm glad you're running them. I like that you're playing the game, but I don't want you to feel like you have to. I honestly just drink water. I don't ever think I ever had Sprite. Yeah, Sprite is like a lime flavored soda. but it's like a lot of people love it, but like it's one of my least favorites because like I feel like there's more. Like if you're gonna drink a soda, you might as well get something like stronger, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, don't pop any extra energy unless you have nothing to do. See, that's why I like the timers, the energy timers. You know, a lot of people like when we first launched the game and stuff were saying we hate energy timers and stuff. But they're like not restrictive that much. And like they make it so you can play daily, but it gives you a time limit because it's not the kind of game that you want to like play non-stop all the time every day. You want to optimize your gameplay and max out like what you can do with the timers, but like you don't want to feel like you have to play for like 20 hours a day, right? Energy timers are great. It gives me some energy to run, but I really don't want to pop energy. I don't know, man. I've done non-stop all the time from time to time. Well, used to pull 14-hour days consistently. Yeah, and I mean, the game lets you do that if you want to do that, right? So having the timers gives you an option. You can optimize your daily regen, or you can like spend your crystals and play really hard. It's brutal. Could never go back to that. Not until we launch the Dodo Pro League. You have to go pro. If I was still running 14 hours every day, I'd be gaining at least one level every day. Yeah. Well, guys, this is off Entropy. This is called "The Satellites Crash into Earth." I like this song. I was proud of this song when I wrote it. It's a cool one. That was back before challenges. Yeah, so just run in like dungeons every day. I don't want to like give spoilers about things that aren't happening yet, because obviously we have our roadmap. We're doing the challenge update, the stash, and then world boss. So, ooh, another Champerado. We've been hitting Champerado. Did we get 3 in a row? We did. 3 in a row, Champerado. This one has critical damage and damage to elites. And 8.4 mana regenerate. Wake up, dungeons, class, dungeons, home, dungeons. I had 3 paths through Harmony in a row the other night. Yeah, the 3 in a row is like, I don't know, you should get an achievement for that. But anyways, I was talking about the roadmap, and the next thing I want to do after we finish the roadmap, I think, is adding something to dungeons to make them worthwhile to run for high-level players. Because you still get your energy every day, but once you get where you're high level, you're going to have to run dungeons, breaches, challenges, and world boss every day, right? So it's going to end up where the least productive one is going to be dungeons. So, because they don't have star cores, they don't have champion items, they don't have the world boss loot that's going to be coming. So we need to make dungeons worth running again, make dungeons great again, I guess. I hate that. I hate that. But anyways, yeah, we need to make them. We basically need to give them like a difficulty buff and some more rewards. So I have a plan for that, but I don't want to like go too much into it yet because it's a ways away. But I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be good when we get to it. Yeah, because dungeons are not worth running with low item find. I run them purely for tokens and powder. Dungeons need it badly. Yeah. Powder. No, I knew what you meant. Powder. Vestige powder. A cookie. This one has 4.6 crit chance on it, and then some damage reduction. We could put it in the cookie pile. My keyboard is broken. Cookie pile. Give me a second, my nose is running. All right. Heck yeah. Yeah, right now the dungeons versus, you know, using your energy isn't such a big deal because you can just spend your energy really fast in challenges. But once you can't do that anymore after the challenge update, then it's gonna be like real important to get that fixed. Well, I had Stardew Valley open, just sat around for a few in-game hours, forgot I was playing. I've never played Stardew Valley. I used to play Harvest Moon a long time ago on like Game Boy Advance, I think. No, it might have been Game Boy Color. Was there a Harvest Moon for Game Boy Color? I hear I hear good things about Harvest Moon, but I think if you have Stardew Valley, there's no reason really to go to Harvest Moon. Like I think Stardew Valley is probably better. That being said, I haven't played Stardew Valley, but I've watched people play it and stuff, so I kind of know a little bit about it. Got him. Lifesteal. Ooh, 4.7 lifesteal and 14% damage to elites on this jar. If I was still had a build that needed a jar, that would be it. We killed boss at the same time. Synchronicity. I actually lost a breach today? How do you lose a breach? Every couple hundred. I lose one maybe like 1 in 10 now. Oh, if they just get a lucky hit, I guess. If I don't crit. Might be my first loss in like 500 runs with my breach build. Yeah, that's Granted, I lost one last week with my gold find build, which is why I switched. Yeah, losing one feels bad. Like, you don't really lose anything for it other than like a chance at a star core, but it's still something. I get really mad when I lose because I know the boss is beneath me. Yeah, I need to do the math and figure out what the max roll on a breach boss is. I think it's somewhere around 12,000 total stats. I think, well, we just double attacked and critted. These are actually some good Karuzaran pants if we decided to run that build for some reason. 5.7 boost to con and 2.7 damage reduction. Sink the boss again. I'm thinking about adding, like, you know how the elite indicator is like a skull? I'm thinking about making its eyes glow red if it's like a max roll boss, like maybe like the top 10% of what it could roll. So like somewhere probably like around 11 to 12,000. I don't remember this track being so noisy. Electronic energy drink. Pristine elite. Yeah, basically. What if, hear me out, there's a nightmare mode breach that just makes every enemy pristine elite? That's not a bad idea. I have a document for nightmares. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know when we'll get to add them in. Probably will be a while, but I have a nightmare mode idea. It wouldn't be a bad idea to like max a breach though. I wouldn't call it nightmare, but like something like that, like max breach or something. Funny story about this song, it's called Electronic Energy Drink. And I know he'll probably never watch this, so I have a friend that is also a musician, and he has 3 albums, and the last song on every one of his albums was called Electronic Coffee. So I made this track as the last track on this album and called it Electronic Energy Drink to see if he would ever notice, and so far he's never said anything about it. I kind of like copied his like song structure for it. That's dope. I feel like Nightmare Mode is the ultimate difficulty though. It is. It definitely is the ultimate difficulty, right? And the nightmares are gonna represent that. Someday they will. That makes me want to beat 600 gloves, but I refuse to use energy for that right now. Yeah, wait till you can spend your tickets on gloves. It's a lengthy grind. When you die multiple times for each level you end up beating. Yeah, that's the thing about challenges. They get challenging no matter what. I remember pushing Moe's to whatever I pushed. I was winning 1 in 5. Yeah, that's how you push them, though. Rats was like 1 in 7. Yeah. I don't, like, I mean, if you just beat every one, you wouldn't be, like, at the max of what you could do, right? Because I think it would be, like, worse if it was, like, oh, I can do this one 100% of the time, and then the next one you're like, oh, I can't do it. Like, that would be weird, too. Gloves is, like, 1 in 3. I think turtles are gonna be the hardest challenge, actually. I've been like thinking about it. I think they're the toughest like stat spread. A cookie. Ooh. 3.5 health regen, so 2.7 health regen on the major, or sorry, the legendary, which isn't very good, but we got 3.5 health regen as a roll, and then 11.6 damage to elites. This could be something. Yeah, oops. Is our inventory clear full of legendaries now? Let me look at my... I have a double attack. I have 1.8 double attack chance bow. We have 201 items now in our inventory, legendaries. We're gonna have to scrap some stuff. So I think it's time to quit hanging on to these cosmetics. First of all, I definitely want to hang on to these like max rats and stuff. I should have sorted my inventory before we started. Without stash, my inventory is just full of champion gear if I don't burn it. Yeah, we desperately need stash. I've known that for a while. It's been hard to get it in. I've been keeping Blade of Ends, like good Blade of Ends. This song is noisy. Let's turn it down a little bit. Oops. Had high hopes for Blade of End. I think that it's going to be good against World Boss. So I've been trying to keep a couple, but we probably don't need to keep all of them. Let's start by getting rid of this stuff that is definitely no good. This bow has 2.8 area damage and 1.6 crit chance. Let's salvage this. This one's gotta be, this is 4.3 crit chance, physical damage, critical chance. I have so many Lord of Deaths with insane rolls and I'll never use them. Don't never say never. Health regen. Health regen. Okay, which one has the highest health regen? Mana cost reduction, block chance. Alright, this one's gonna go. That one's a keep. Oh my god, this is... sorting stuff on stream is kind of the worst. I have double CC as well. Never mind, I have 2 double CCs. Yeah, this is my double crit chance, Lord of Death. Lifesteal and crit chance. Physical damage boost. I feel like this physical damage boost one could go, but also like 15% physical damage boost on it seems pretty good. And then another life. Okay, I have 2 lifesteal and crit chances, so 3.6 and 2.9 crit and life. 3.3 and 3.7. So this has 8.3 crit chance, and this one has more than that. Alright, we're gonna keep that one. The decision has been made. It's got lower major trait. No, actually, this one's really low on the major trait. Okay. The deed is done. Been wanting to get TJ to put in sort alphabetically. So that way you could sort it alphabetically and it would put all the similar items of the same type together. It would make this a lot easier. You know what? Sorting main hands is too much. Your Gloop Fist is really good. 9% double attack. All these cookies. This one's almost worth keeping because of the item find. 27% item find is pretty good. I might use the Star Core on mine to make sure I have a perfect Gloop Fist. Yeah, I would do that. I still think Gloop Fist is pretty good. Like for double attack builds and stuff, I think it has its place. $346 and 10%. Now I'm like second guessing my thoughts on this. Let me go look at this. Equipment. Group Fist. Okay, yeah, for some reason, I was thinking of a different item that had a 12% max. So yeah, 10% is the max on Glute Fist. So yeah, I don't know why I was thinking wrong on that. Too many jars. We can get rid of this, I'm sure. Yeah. Should I keep a, where'd it go? Should I keep a 69% crit damage Ebon Razor? Alright, sorry, see you go. It should be the 5th best one with 49.95% worst out there. Don't keep it, not even for the lulz. I think this cookie, Revitalize and Lifesteal, I think can go. Salvage selected. Oh, 67's the new hype apparently. That is true. I've been naming all my thumbnails on stream with random letters and then 6-7. Out with the old, in with the new. 69 gets replaced with 67. It's not pronounced 67 though, it's pronounced 6-7. So 69 gets replaced with 6-7. Okay, we're getting some out of here. We're getting some space. Some stuff just has to go. Yeah, there's no reason to keep more than one baying blade. What's this eye? Crit damage, health regen, experience boost. It's 250 major trait, and also max crit damage. Hell yeah. 150 on the crit damage. Okay, let's keep going. We need to be grinding, not sorting stuff. So heads. I'm just gonna look at the stuff I don't have locked. If it's not crazy, then I'm getting rid of it. Bodies. Salvage roulette. I can't do that. That's too scary. I'll do it if I ever stream. That would be a good hype for the stream. Mana cost reduction, no. Damage reduction, probably not. Damage reduction, probably not. Okay. These pants, though, might be a good Caruzeran pair of pants to keep. I feel like someday I'm gonna want the Caruzeran set for something. Only issue is there's no filter for legendary set and champion. Oh yeah. You just gotta hit one and then the other. I want to redo this menu, get rid of this drop down, and just have the rarities across the top. So instead of coming in, clicking one, clicking trash, uncommon, and rare, and then clicking salvage filtered, which is 3 clicks, you would just come in and you'd be like salvage, trash, uncommon, rare, and that would be 3 clicks to get rid of the same amount of stuff. And then you would click for like legendary, set, champion as well. Best one, I think, is if one click a filter button and it opens in a new window on top. I don't understand what you mean. The best one, I think, is if you can click a filter button and it opens that in a new window on top. So like it's an UI with just filter. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it could be. I feel like if you're in the salvage menu though, just having all the rarities across the top to click and salvage them. That way it's not small, so you don't have to squint. I don't think it would be small. I think it would look literally like this, right? So you'd have an item. It would just say like, it would just say they would be this size or even maybe a little smaller, but they'd be the same color instead of just gray buttons. So you'd have the trash color, the uncommon color, that kind of thing. I think it would. I think the idea I have, I think, will work. Let's take a look at feat. This feat is block chance, crit chance, health regen. These are the shoes I was running before I got my boots with 4.7 crit. We haven't gotten any shoes in a while. Just these block chance Crocs, which I kind of want to keep, because if you were running Crocs on a cruiser am build, you would want block chance. Oh yeah, let's take a look at feet. Clip that. Alright, we're down to 162. We got almost 40 slots now to grind and fill. So let's run these breaches. Man, we're playing everything off of entropy today. This is called Sin. Album of the day. When are you doing a challenge level push on Flag and Chew after rework? Yeah, I've been saving challenges to run them after the rework, because what I want to do is be able to grind challenges after the rework to look for bugs. But if I'm already maxed on all the challenges, then I'm not going to really be able to like run them. I'd just be like doing the max. So I want to be able to like have stuff to unlock and stuff like that, just to make sure everything works right. And I could do that on my clone character as well, or have TJ like roll back clone or something like that, but since I have this character now, I think it's the easiest way to do it, is just to like test on this character. Like we'll be able to test a little bit before it launches, but then once it launches and I'm playing, I want to be able to like actually play it and see how it feels and stuff, if there's anything we need to fix or not. Guess I'll find all the bugs anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be some bugs in it. It seems like there always is. I hope not. Oh man, here we go. Here's a slow jam, Lights in the Sky, off of the Control Alt Supernova album. I hope the new challenge will lead to the duplicate recipes again. I loved collecting them, funny enough. So I don't know if TJ fixed it or not, but I think the thing that causes you to get duplicate recipes, currently, is running challenges and getting the same. So if you get your recipe and then you return to town and use the recipe, you're good. You'll never get a duplicate again. But if you're running challenges, you get the recipe and then you keep grinding and you don't return to town and then you get another champion item, then it'll be the recipe again. Health regen, physical damage boost, lifesteal, and damage to elites. That's a pretty good body, actually. It's not great rolls, though. Good mix of stats, though. Would returning to Topia make it stop? Yeah, so I think that's what happened. Because if you remember, when I was trying to get boots, I got the recipe, and then 2 runs later, I got the recipe again. But if I had got the recipe and returned to town, then that drop would have been the blood sack. No. You can't return, salvage garbage, go back and get more. No, I don't think so. I think the bug that was letting you just get them nonstop has been fixed, but now there's a bug that if you don't return to town after getting the recipe, you can still get the recipe as long as you don't return to town again. Once you return to town, then it locks in and saves that you got the recipe, and then the rest of your drops are going to be the material.
It's 2 o'clock.
Damage reduction on some pants.
This is a reminder. It's 2 o'clock.
All right, thank you, Alexa. I guess I should save up as much as I can and clean out my inventory to do a massive push. Yeah, you could if that's what... That would be a good test of the bug for us as well. Because if I get a recipe, I'm returning to town. It's one of those things that's like so unlikely to happen. Because like the chances of getting the recipe and the material are so low that for you to run enough that you actually drop 2 in the same session is so low. Yeah, realistically, I will end up with so many materials anyway. Yeah. I mean, I have about 200 champion materials in my inventory now. They are going to be harder to get because now you have to spend tickets instead of just spending your energy and buying energy drinks to rerun. So you're going to have tickets saved up. Just spam obelisk like in the old days, 14-hour days. See, I don't think that's gonna work though, because there's a limit to how many tickets you can hold. So it's gonna be like Not that high. So it's like it's like astrolabes kind of, and energy. So you can store up naturally to a certain point, and then once you're at that point, you don't get any more until you spend them. So it's forcing you to play the game and not stockpile tickets forever, right? But energy, I can have more than 95. You can if you use consumables, right? So, and the same with astrolabes. You can have more astrolabes if you use astra packs. But you're not going to be able to regen stockpile more than like 100. Will tickets regenerate on their own too? No, tickets are gonna drop in dungeons and breaches. So basically, if you beat the boss, you get a ticket. 188 crit damage, 19 focus damage. That's actually a pretty good shiver, but I think the one I have is better. 100 tickets equals 100. Your equation is backwards. 100 dungeons will equal 100 tickets. But yes, 100 dungeons or breaches will get you 100 tickets. $100 tickets. Yeah, we're arguing semantics. 100 tickets equals doing 100 dungeons. But 100 tickets doesn't get you 100 dungeons. Right, but it didn't say runs in it. So that's why. $100 tickets equals 100 challenges. I don't know. It's doing. We both know what we're talking about. Yeah, it's gonna be one ticket to enter a challenge. There's no like spending more. Scrap and rerun. Confirm. Yeah. So you spend a ticket, you do a challenge. So doing 100 dungeons or breaches will get you 100 tickets that you can then do 100 challenges. Run 10 obelisks. No, that would be terrible. Yeah, so it's one ticket to enter a challenge. Are you setting ticket cap at 100? The initial ticket cap is going to be 100, and then one of the rewards for each challenge at a certain level, I can't remember which level it is, but you can increase your ticket storage by 5. So whenever we eventually get all the mobs as possible challenges, then getting to whatever level that is, then you can increase up to, I think there's 8-9 mobs, not counting the bosses. So if that's right, then that's 45, so you can get up to 1. Yeah, so you'll have 115 right from the start. Yes, as long as you run each challenge one time and unlock it. Is it like 250 to unlock, or more reasonable like 200 since that's max gold find? So the max gold find bonus you can get is 200, but it isn't 1% per level. So you'll have to wait till it comes out. Oh man, we died. We died. We're going back in. We're not afraid. Is it like 250 to unlock, or more reasonable like 200 since max gold? Yeah, so I started saying that. Max gold find is going to be 200%, but it's like... I can't remember the graph. We figured it out. But also, would beating 200 give you +5 max tickets, or do you think it's close to 300? It's lower than 200 for sure. I want to say it's 100 or 125. So if you beat level 100 or 125, you get the +5 max tickets to your max tickets. Yeah, so piece of cake. It's pretty easy. But a lot of people haven't beaten 100 on dungeons, or sorry, challenges. So I think it's fairly priced. Yeah, 200 would be way too high. Yeah, 200 gloves, only 4 people have completed. Yep. And I also think that part of the reason people haven't completed higher level challenges isn't because they're hard to do. I think it's because there's no incentive to do it other than leaderboards. Also, I just got a Waywind's Grace, which reminds me, I think TJ fixed the equation for the dex to physical damage conversion. I think bow might be like way better now, because it never actually worked before. It was converting yeah, do a test for me with the bow, because it was converting. It was basically running an equation twice. I can't remember what TJ said it was, but basically it had to take mana cost reduction and mana regenerate on this Fang a Cruiser in. Yeah, I can't remember what TJ said the equation was, but whatever the equation was, it was running it twice. So you were basically getting... Oh, I think I know what it was. So the range on bow conversion to physical damage, I think the max is 15. So it has to do the math to give you 15% of your dex, right? So it calculates 15% of your dex, but then it was calculating 15% of that. So it was like giving you literally like 1.5% instead of, you know, whatever the math works out to, but it was giving you like closer to 1% instead of 10% or 15. Honestly, running breaches is kind of fun, but I'm not exactly enjoying myself doing obelisks. Yeah, the breaches get more rewards because of you get the extra item finds, so you get more stuff. Yeah, we already talked about that. Obelisk dungeons definitely need something to buff them now, especially since you can't spend your energy to do challenges anymore once the update comes out, I should say. But yeah, it's on the to-do list. I have a few other things too. So my main thing to fix dungeons is going to be just making a harder difficulty for them with more rewards. And then I have another couple ideas that are, oh, this boss looks tough. Oh, he got us. He like destroyed us. So I wish there was a way to see how tough that boss was after I died. Because I didn't pause and look at him before he killed me. So now I have no idea how tough he actually was. He had to be a 1200 though. 12,000, I mean. I always say 100 instead of 1,000. Oh, while we're here, let's assign these paragons. Let's look at the leaderboard. How would that work in challenges? Just fit the level you're running at? Wait, honestly, running breaches is kind of... Okay. How would that work in challenges? Just fit the level you're running at? I've actually seen bosses at over 70k and I think upwards of 90k stats in challenges. Yeah, so all mobs have the same stat spread. Oh, the pristine elites? It would just tell you... If there was pristine elites, they wouldn't be called pristine, but they would be the max, the top 10% of potential stats, total stats for that boss. So it would just be, if the boss could roll a max of 90k, then the top, you know, from 81 to 90 would be your pristine. If the max is 70, then the top, like from what would it be, 63,000 to 70,000, that would be your pristine. It would just be the top percentage, no matter what. So whenever it rolls the boss's stats, it would figure out what it could, the highest and lowest it could have rolled was, and then it'll decide if it's gets the little identifier or not. Oh hell yeah, Termite off of the Minimal Animal album. This is a hit. I'm not just saying it's a hit. It's my hit as indicated by Spotify stats. This one and Blue Goo and Hominid are my hits. Caught myself bobbing my head. Hell yeah. Yeah, according to Spotify and all other stuff, most other indicators, this Minimal Animal album is my most popular album I've ever done. And part of that was because I actually did some decent promotion for it. I figured out some new tricks and stuff and ran a couple ads and people seemed to like it. It's probably my favorite of yours. Yeah, I'm also partial to my other favorite track right now of my own music is Cruel, which is the music that it plays in the Mo challenge. That's another one I really like from recent stuff. That was on Machine Patterns, I think. So I asked a bunch of people to do remixes of the tracks on this album, and I've gotten half of them back. It's been like 2 or 3 months, and I'm still waiting on the other half of people to give me back their remixes. And once I get that, then I'm putting that album out, and I actually have 2.5 more albums that I've written and are ready for release, but I'm not putting them out until I get that remix album out, because I want it to be like original album, and then I have the Hominid Edits album based on this album, and then I'll have the remix album, and then I'll start putting out new stuff again. But it's tough. I thought people would get me remixes a little faster than they have, but you know, it is what it is. How much would you pay for... I don't know what the shipping is going to cost, first of all, but how much would you want to pay for a Dungeons of the Obelisk sticker? I kind of wanted to like just give them out for free, but I want them... Fan of stickers in general. Right on. I wanted to just send them to people, but I feel like people probably don't want to just send me their address on Discord. So having like an actual shipping thing, where people like actually order and it has like a privacy policy and stuff for it, would be more correct. So I wanted to like list them for sale. See, I don't mind paying like $1 to send people stickers, because we don't have like, I have enough stickers to maybe send like 50 people, right? And we're not going to send out to 50 people because there's not even 50 people playing the game. So I wouldn't mind sending them. I think it would be like $1 for shipping, because they're stickers. You just put them in an envelope. So I'm not sure. Here, I'll show them. I might as well show them on stream. I don't think anybody is gonna watch this. So there's this one. I guess it's gonna look backwards because of the way my camera is. And then I also made these ones, which if you can't read it backwards, it says grind life. Hashtag grind life. I mean, we already saw them in the Discord, so it's not a huge reveal, but they are actual things now. Struggle reading backwards, but upside down is no problem. Yeah, I don't know what that indicates, but I guess it makes sense, because like upside down is still going the same way, whereas backwards, like, it's none of the symbols are correct. I don't know. Makes sense in my head. put this sticker somewhere. Not sure yet. This song is called Ground, but it just says GRND, so it could technically be Grind as well if we wanted to change it. Rewrite the canon. It does sound like he's saying ground though, pretty strongly. Double attack crown and another Solstice snap with area damage and damage to elites. Better gold find stuff. I thought you had like the best gold find stuff. Don't you have like a crown with like over 75%? Or is it 65? I know you saw mine a few days ago and said the crown was nuts, but I'm not quite happy with it. Yeah, I mean, it could be better, right? But what's the percentage? Is 80 the max then? Wait, what am I thinking? Crown is... Now I want to go look officially. Equipment. Crown. Crown is 25 to 50, and then the regular minor non-combat modifier can be 30. 5, 6, 7, 8. So 80 would be the highest, yeah. Yeah, you got room for improvement, but getting 2 max rolls on something is that seems tough. I'm sure it's out there somewhere. 46 and 29.9. Isn't it just 50,000 rolls? I don't... What do you mean 50,000? 25 to 50 and 10 to 30. 250 times 200. 1 decimal, of course. Yeah. No, that sounds right, right? That sounds right to me. So what's the chance of getting something higher than yours? You got 46, so you can go 46.1 to 50. So it should be like 40... I think there's only a 40 in 50,000% chance to get something better than yours, if I'm not mistaken with my quick math. Because there's only one potential better roll on the modifier, and then the legendary power has 40 potential better rolls. So it should just be 40 times 1, right? Which is 40. It's disgustingly low for sure. Yeah, so if we do the math, so 50,000 divided by 40 is 1,250. So you basically have a 1 in 1,250%. Sorry, not percent, just 1,250 chance. 1 in 1,250 chance to get something better than the one you already have. Which doesn't sound that hard if every roll was a crown. But the chances of getting a crown already pretty low. Thing is, I've only gotten maybe 13,000 legendary and set drops. I made a lot of champion gear. Yeah, I mean, you can always search for that perfect gear till you get the perfect gear. If I count my Angel's Grief, I have 300 champion items in my inventory, but that's only because they didn't convert to godly. Boom, level 28 metal. Hell yeah. Materials, not items. Yeah. Invaded off the Grifter album. This is old school clone. Darn, we died. He got us. Let's salvage this junk while we're here. keeping a few of those Caruzeran things just for the heck of it. Someday I'm gonna do a real sort. Another loss, yeah. They just happen sometimes. Honestly, I've been thinking about switching back to a crit chance build until I get some more like potential stuff for this Dragon Twister build, but I'm not sure. I might switch around to a bow build and try the bow again. Because if I kept my major traits in about the same position, same stats, then I think I'd have almost... Well, we gotta look. Let's look at my inventory. Yeah, so 180 plus extra strength, essentially. It converts it to physical damage, but it's essentially strength at the moment. And then we'd be using a bow, so we could probably have less mana and switch to like something other than a pumpkin head. I don't know. Speaking of Dragon Twister, I got a double attack roll today and thought about it. On a Troll Piercer double attack roll. How long is this song? Oh, this is a 14-minute song. So I hope you like noisy techno. Crazy, I killed Caruzeran and only took 100 damage. I'm surprised you're taking any damage. Shouldn't you just like one-shot everything? Sometimes when I don't crit, I don't one-shot. Ah, I gotcha. Yeah, we talked about this earlier. Here's some crit chance pants. I do one-shot about 55% of the time. What's your crit chance? Is your crit chance 55%? Around there, yeah. You know what? I think after this run, I'm gonna return to town, and we're gonna do a a Waywind's Grace bow build. .4% crit chance. It's pretty good. Just saw my Shiver has 24.9 focus damage. That's pretty good. Come on, get him. This one might get us. Oh no, that turtle killed us. Alright, let's switch to this other build and see what happens. Trash, uncommon rare, salvage filtered. Say turtle kill, been there real time. Yeah, the boss knocked me down, but the turtle got the kill. Do I still run Glimmer, do you think, if I switch my build? Because what I want to do is if I switch my build around, I want to make sure I have the right companion first. That way, any buff I'm getting from that companion is taken into account whenever I roll my traits. So it's either Gutso or Glimmer. Glimmer's level 20, and Gutso's level 12. I think I'm gonna keep Glimmer on, because I think when she procs the health regen, it does help me against the boss. Glimmer is probably best, but Gordon has 30% dex boost. Yeah. Yeah, Gordon has the buffed dex boost. I think for me, I have to stick with Glimmer because I don't have enough crystals to buy anyone else. So that's that. Allows me to put even more into strength for more consistent one-shots. Yeah, not even using him for the crit now. Yeah, Glimmer is my highest, and Mask of Takura is also my highest artifact, so I think for this build I go with them. So then let's do this main hand. Let's see what bow I have. My God, I have 7,138 major traits. So I think I want... So my pants are lifesteal. And my shoes are health regenerate. So I think that covers me for anything... health related, right? That should be enough sustain for me, right? So I think I need a bow that just has like crit chance and double attack, probably this one. So let's see what else. I also have area damage and double attack. That one's max major trait, but not as good. Okay, this one is 12.8 dex to physical damage, 240 strength, and 4.4 crit chance. So that might be the one. Let's equip that one for now. I might do a thing just for fun and see if I can hit 10k major traits. Hell yeah. So let's compare bows. So this one's area and double. So I think that's the bow. Now, what offhand do I go with? I think it's just my shiver. Is this essentially a crit chance build, but with a bow instead of like a axe? I mean, I got lots of jars as options, so I could go with like a crit chance jar. As long as you have attack all main hand, it's fine. Yeah, obviously the barrage. Axe is the same, is best, but same in the end. Yeah, so the point of doing this build is you get 12.8 increase in physical damage based on your dex. So I think that might just be an overall more powerful attack than running the axe. That's the idea anyways. We're going to see if it works. So I think like just a really good jar could be, before I ruin my build to try and hit 10k major traits, check my build. So I think to see your build, I'm going to have to return to town. I'm going to have to do something and then return to town. Because this is your old build, right? This is the one? Swapped in Gordon and gained 1k dex. That makes sense. So I think Shiver is good. Do I have a jar? Somehow, despite Glimmer boosting all stats, you're seeing the correct con and karma. Oh, interesting. So those must update in real time, but your actual items don't. Because these must pull off of... Yeah, I see what you're saying. Dex and strength are wrong, though. I mean, Glute Fist could be cool. Depending on how much karma we want to run. Lifesteal, mana regenerate. Double attack and lifesteal. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm just like looking to see. Okay, maybe we run this Canopic Jar with 4.2 crit chance and double attack. And just a huge buff to strength. No, we want to be buffing our dex with this build. Crit chance and crit damage. I have lots of interesting jars, but I don't think I have one that's like good for this application. Maybe this crit chance Pumpkinhead? This one that I'm looking at is like strictly where... Oh, I kept it for the gold find. Actually, it's worse than the one we're wearing a little bit, but the gold find actually kind of is interesting. Like, make this a pseudo little bit of gold find build. And then I just don't know like which body. This one has just area damage on it, ton. So maybe a crit double attack? Mana regenerate. This might be the one. It's got a dex boost on it. It's got crit chance, crit damage, and lifesteal.
Clone the radio and you want to hear new tracks before they're officially released, then you might want to check out my Patreon at patreon.com/clone334. You get access to all my new music as soon as I make it, before it goes on the radio or on Bandcamp or streaming. So that's patreon.com/clone334. And now back to the music.
So now we need to be able to use barrage every turn, but we want it to gain a little bit of mana as we go. Oh, Glimmer will do that. So we want to just generate 50 mana per turn, guaranteed, and then Glimmer, through the course of running the breach, will give us enough extra regen that by the time we're fighting Karuzaran, we should be able to snipe him once everything else dies. 95 total major traits. With what build? Like a good build? Or just like janky stuff? So let's go to the calculator. To the spreadsheet, to the mana calculator. Karma required for gain per turn. No, we want required. So we have 20.2% regen. So we want to go 20.2. Desired skills mana cost is 50. So we need 248 karma. Oh my god. That was perfect. I don't know how I did that. That was kind of amazing. Did you see that? I literally just guessed. I was like, I'll go to 180 and we'll see how much karma that gives us, and then we'll click it up from there. And I stopped at 175 just out of luck, saved it, and it gave me exactly the amount of karma that I needed. I couldn't do that again in a million years. How much con do you think I need? I had about 500 before. I'm thinking like 550 might actually be good because I do die a lot. $550, let's go for it. Let's just click this up to 200 and see what that gives us. We'll go to 250. I usually say a little over 500 is safe. Yeah, let's make it an even 550. That'll make my OCD feel good. Yeah, you don't need as much because you usually kill everything instantly. You could have one health. And we'll put the rest into, actually, $10 strength. How's that? And then whatever my dex ends up being, 1890. Honestly, we should have put less in strength since we're converting dex to strength, basically. So this should give us You think the strength is fine? Yeah, I mean, this gives us a good base on everything. It helps more than you'd think. Yeah, I think the point of this build was to rely on dex to buff our strength with the bow and see how good the bow actually is. But I think keeping our strength where it is without having to re-roll stuff is fine. 550 to 700 con and strength, but then I started running 1200 strength and it was doing way better. Yeah, and it's kind of ironic that you're saying that, because I remember when people were playing the game when it first launched and they were like, oh, you just put everything in dex, and it's like not actually the case, right? You know, it's a balancing act depending on your gear and what you got. Should I summon my runestones? I feel like there's points to be gained here. We could get to like 1900 dex easy. I've got enough crystals. It's not a big deal. I mean, the longer I wait, reroll once, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I feel like one reroll right now. I've rerolled twice before, and each time I got like 100, 100 points. 60. That's pretty good. Save. Oh wait, we can close this calculator and put our music back up. Decay of Orbit is already over. Yeah, that's a pretty nice reroll. We have no hounds now. So we have some new buttons coming out. There's an information button now, like an eye on a circle, and we're gonna use that for like tutorials and stuff. So like when you go to like the challenge now, like this, it's gonna have an eye down here where you can click on it and it shows you the challenge tutorial again, right? So what I've been thinking about is cleaning up the inventory. Instead of this saying information, just having the eye right here. And then I'm thinking about, instead of Paragon, it has this runestone icon. And the turtle like blinking like that, right? I think it might be neat. I'm not sure if it's a good idea or not yet. It might be pretty cool. I feel like it's nice to have the buttons that just say what they are, information and Paragon. But that being said, those as buttons would be pretty cool too. And as we add more things into the inventory, we're gonna run out of space. So we're gonna have to convert them to buttons like that eventually, just to make it fit. So I was thinking about doing it soon, but I'm not sure yet. Might do it and see how it looks. We'd have to like make a wardrobe button too. But I don't know what a wardrobe button would look like quite yet. There's gonna be a new loot table button. Just realized I have 43.6% dex boost on my standard build, and my boots on health, everything else on strength, only dex through Paragon. Takes ages to assign all the points. That's kind of hilarious. So let me screen share real quick. So this is going to be the new loot table button. So you click on that, it brings up your loot table. That way, instead of a big old button that says loot table clear across the bottom, you kind of have this more like cleaned up one. And then this is going to be the new information icon. Minecraft crafting table. Yeah, that is what it looks like now that you say that. This will be our new information button. I like that, it's golden. Yeah, I think it looks really cool. I think it's gonna be a good one. We also got some new arrows. So like the Paragon menu is gonna get cleaned up a little bit. Stuff like that. Basically anything that has like pluses or minuses is gonna get swapped to have arrows like up and down. I've been wanting to clean up the Paragon menu since we first implemented it, so I think that'll be nice when it happens. This build seems to be ripping. I've kind of not been paying attention, but we are like We'll see how this boss goes. This seems to be a tough boss. Oh yeah, that's a 12,030 boss. Oh wow, he got us. Okay, so 12,030 boss is pretty tough. But we were doing good before that. Let's get up here. What are we listening to now? Circuit Tongue. This is a good one. Actually, while we run this, I'm going to take a quick break. I've been sitting here for an hour and 47 minutes, so I'm going to move a little bit, and then I'll be right back. Yeah. Right on. Oh, we got him. That was a crit. You know, we didn't even look at our build, really. Information. So we have 30% crit chance, so that's pretty good. That was more than I thought we were going to have. And then 424 crit damage. I like that. Is that real? Done with Dodo for the day. Do bit heroes real quick. Right on. Yeah, this seems pretty strong. Focus damage 20%. A little bit of that. Health and lifesteal, health regen, lifesteal really good. This crit damage feels high. Is that math right? Oh, it's because we got a 25% boost to crit damage as well on our mask, so yeah, that adds up. I get it now. Okay. That's normal crit damage. Yeah, I was adding up the 200 and the 80, and I was like, and then the 50 base, and it wasn't adding up, and then I forgot about the 25% boost. Oh, I'm just looking at your build now in Discord. I didn't realize you posted that. That's absolutely hilarious. That was a good one. Oops. Ooh, it's Sidewinder. This is a good track. Did I just say that about everyone? Oh, sometimes I say this is a noisy one. Yeah, either noisy or good. That's what I make. I either make something noisy or it's good. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze. $295. Let's hear it for $295. Oh, this boss is smashing us. 11,615. 11,615. Come on, we need a heal from Glimmer. There we go. Okay, we can't click our move. Alright, we're just gonna have to trust the auto then. Alright, whoa, 42,000? That worked out. The luck. Thorns and crit chance on a grave filler. 6, 7, 7.5 crit chance. Yeah, there's a 6, 7. Great. That vid is blowing up on YouTube from how many times we said it. I guess I need to be like clipping stuff whenever something says 6, 7 on it. I clip it and put that on TikTok. Get all the likes from the kids. I know you didn't mean to say it too. Yeah, I didn't even realize I said it until you commented. That's what you gotta do. Maybe in Magic the Gathering there's a card called Ren and 6. So Ren is the name of the human planeswalker and 6 is the name of the tree that he like rides on essentially. And then they made a new card that was Ren and 7, so he like gets a new tree apparently occasionally. So 6, I guess, was the 6th tree, and 7 was the 7th one. So I wonder, you could name stuff 6 and 7. Maybe we'll make a main hand 6 and an offhand 7, and then all the kids will want to play our game. See, look at the ideas spinning. Ooh, what we get? We got Pristine Eye with crit damage and thorns. We should be getting some materials from these runs too. I haven't checked in a while, but maybe we can get another level on Glimmer. I'm realizing I have a lot of songs about satellites, because this one's called All the Dead Satellites. We heard the satellites crash into Earth earlier, and then we also heard Decay of Orbit, which is also about satellites crashing into Earth. Sputnik song when? Probably not. Why not? Because Sputnik is old news. Maybe I'll make one about like Voyager or something, right? Old news are forgotten unless people are reminded. And nobody needs to really be reminded about Sputnik. I'm searching for a list of recent satellites. For good names. I just like the general idea of dead satellites crashing into stuff. Not really any particular satellite. Well, we've hit 2 hours on our stream. Are we gonna make it another 6? I don't know. This bow build does seem to be going really well. Also, using this bow has reminded me that Ben drew arrow images for all of the bows. So like Waywind's Grace, that has like leaves and stuff on it, has an actual like arrow for it that has like leaves and stuff on it. But for some reason they never got in, and we need to get those in eventually. That was basically a one-shot. Granted, it took a few turns. Yeah, one-shot just means all the health in one go, right? Doesn't necessarily mean on turn 1. Although it's better if it's on turn 1. Yeah, especially since Karuzaran can heal, he gets back to full health a lot of the time, so you do have to like get most of his health in one shot if you want a chance to beat him. It's a bit scary when you're not super OP yet. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to play on Titan, though, when you're not super OP. So, he is tough when you first... So if you beat the dungeon on level 10, and go straight from the troll into the breach, he's pretty tough. I mean, what, a Paragon 10 player isn't gonna be doing Titan, right? You gotta work your way up to it, that's all I'm saying. Like, yeah, there's star cores, so when you get that you can do Titan, you're gonna run Titan for star cores, but you're not gonna... You don't go there first thing, you gotta do the steps. You gotta work your way up to it. I remember I spent a lot of time on hard, I think, before I moved up. So I just couldn't get the next level. It's pretty good progression. I feel like the progression through the dungeons, into the breaches, up to Titan, gaining Paragon, I feel like it flows pretty good. For a lot of people, it does seem like they drop off before they get there, but I remember feeling like Titan was super, super tough when I got my first clear. Yeah, that's how it is. Like, I mean, even me, I'm still dying on the tougher rolled bosses. So, I also ended up talking on Discord during my clear, and I got 17-minute clear. Yeah, the 17-minute runs are rough. When you get down where you're doing them in a minute and a half, it's not too bad. Champerado with lifesteal and block chance. Yeah, I remember Haseo. I wish he was still playing. I wish everybody was still playing. Everybody come back and play Dungeons of the Obelisk again, please. We have Champerado and cookies now. Yeah, it was nice to have competition. I wish Haseo and Algo and World Eater were all still playing. Haseo's Steam review is hilarious. I know I've read it, but I don't remember what it says. He wrote, "It's okay." Oh yeah, I do remember that. With 200 hours played, yeah, that's how... As long as it's positive, I don't care what it says. There is one guy on there that's mad that you have to choose your pronouns, like you don't have pronouns. I'm glad that guy didn't play. I saw. Yeah, that shit's hilarious. Oh, also the guy who complained about email. Yeah, I've gotten that a few times from different people that they don't like having to put their email in. And I'm like, it's so that we can be cross-platform someday. If it was just a Steam game, you'd have to log in with Steam. And then when it comes out on iOS someday, you wouldn't be able to use your account from Steam. So you have to have an email. Like, use a fake email. Nobody cares if you use your real email. Like, we have a privacy policy that says we don't use your email for anything except sending a mailing list. So, like, it's literally like illegal for us to use your email for anything other than our mailing list. So I don't know. Like my argument is, like, I go to the gas station and they want me to sign up for a rewards card with an email so that I can buy energy drinks and gas. Like, it's the, like, that should be, there should be no anything for that. Like, if I go to 7 Brew and buy a drink, a coffee or something, I don't drink coffee, but if I buy an energy drink there or whatever, they want your email and your credit. They have your credit card number that links to your Cash App so that they can send you rewards, and it happens literally automatically if you have Cash App. So, like, it's just crazy to me that somebody cares about putting their email into a game. Like, just have a fake email for games. There's literally also things you can get that generate fake emails for you to use and then keeps track of what you use them in. People will find anything to complain about. Yeah, exactly. Like me complaining about people complaining about email. Also, I have an email just for games. Yeah. I probably have a dozen fake emails. I mean, I guess they're real emails because they exist in Gmail and stuff. And I keep track of them all in my password saver. Health regen and dodge chance. That's super handy. Apparently that's what this account is linked to. Yeah, I'm glad you found your Twitch. I'm looking at your profile. Do you even have any? You don't have anything on your profile. Hello. Neat. I have no idea what's on it. Yeah, there's some kind of like rambling little like sentence about dragons and stuff on there right now, but it's pretty cool. That's because of my guild, the Dragon Cave. Nice. Someday guilds. We got a lot of work to do before we get there. I just remembered I need to make a thumbnail for this episode. Let's get into thumbnail mode. I'm off to bed. Right on. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna make a thumbnail. I'm gonna keep grinding. So, have a good one. 11:30. Yeah, catch you later. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. Guys, we're listening to Toxic Drift off the Slow Octopus album. Alright, what are we doing? We're making a thumbnail. I want to go. First thing we're going to do is look in PicMonkey at our thumbnail for the last Friday night grind. It was this one. So what did we call this stream? We called it Friday Super Grind Time. Just freaking paste it. Alright, close that. What do we get in the game? Where'd my game go? Oh, we got a Destiny. Alright, so we want to get rid of me and these mows. And we want to make this say that. Okay. Then we also want to add text that says Dungeons of the Obelisk. We're gonna make this one okay, so I'm gonna pull this down to here, make this one wider, get it up here and centered. What do we get? I'm not paying attention to my game. We got some Crocs with lifesteal, lots of lifesteal. Okay, then we want to make this down here. Okay, so this we're gonna have to make smaller. It's 100 now. Let's try it at 80. Why does that? Oh, because it's highlighted. I was like, why does that look like dirty? Okay. Next, we need a picture. Let's open the camera. Camera. Can I do this? Let's see. Maybe like this. I can't. I won't fit on the screen. I'm not doing that. What are we doing? We're gonna like... Let's do that. That'll be a good one. See how this looks. Do I like it or do I hate it? Let's try again. Whoops, I closed the whole camera. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, got some work to do on this one. Oops. This record is apparently the same color as my hair. Okay. We got a fang. What's this song? Oh, we're listening to Starhead off the Oxygen album. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good background removal. Let's save a copy of this. We'll call it 6767. Save it. We'll exit out of there and out of this. Close the camera. We'll add something from our computer. And it's gonna be from the gallery. There we go. No weird lumps on my head now. Let's apply that. And then I don't know what I'm pointing at. I didn't really think that part through. Is that a thumbnail? I think that's a thumbnail. Guys, what do you think of this thumbnail? I think that was a thumbnail. I'm calling it. Let's download this PNG. Oops, let's cancel. We're gonna rename it to Friday 2. Witch Imperado, health regen, and double attack chance. It's not too bad. It'd be better if it had max mana regen. Let's get the game back up. Here we go. Let's check the time on our Barsoom. 5 hours, 42 minutes. Does that check out? It's pretty close. Sorry, I had to sneeze real bad. Okay, what do we got? We got a hammer, area damage, and crit chance. Crit damage, area damage chance. Okay. I was thinking about editing our okay, we're gonna add a source. It's gonna be an image. It's gonna be a new one called champ. I'm gonna add the source. It's gonna be, I'm gonna browse. Look at this giant mug. There we go. Instead of the Star Rambler logo, There we go. I like that. Seasonal champorado in the corner. You can only rotate by 90 degrees. I wanted to just rotate it just a little bit. Got a wolf. Collect. Guys, the energy drink is hitting. I gotta go. I don't know. What do they say? Drain the lizard, I guess. I'll be right back. Guys, I'm back. Sorry guys, I'm just eating bottle caps now. Well, here we are at Cruiserland. Oh, we got him. Aced him. Got him. Heck yeah. We're down to a few astrolabes now. What do we got? 6? Here we go. Pattern recognition off the Machine Patterns album. No extra mana to snipe them. Oh well. Sorry guys, I'm just like vibing to the music now. Nobody's in the chat. So now I'm like, I talked about everything I could think of while Vant was in the chat. And now I'm like, not sure. More just like vibing now, right? My bottle caps and my water. Shoot, we got Paragon points to assign. 1 Paragon point to assign. What are we? We're Paragon 296 now. That's pretty nuts. Excuse me. I critically hit that turtle for 59,000. Is that what it said? Did I read that right? Here we go. Best pop music. I don't know why, but people search for this one all the time on Spotify and stuff. Whenever I made this track, wasn't sure what exactly I wanted to name it. So I asked Irlay what he thought was like the most searched thing on Spotify, and he told me this. He told me best pop music. So that's what we named it. Well, I named it, but he suggested the name, and then I made the decision to officially name it this. Best pop music. I don't think anybody that finds a song actually likes it though. It'll just be one of those things. This build is working out really well. I think the buff to, sorry, it's not a buff, it's a fix to the bow has made it definitely worth it. Definitely worth using again. An eye. Grifter. Off the Grifter album, obviously. We just critted that frog for 64.8 thousand. 64,000 damage. Uh-oh, we're out of astrolabes. I thought I'd never run out of them. We started with like 50 some. It took 3 hours though. We're gonna have to sort again at some point, but I'm not doing it yet. We got 3 more we can grab from. We'll leave those for tomorrow for Rise and Grind. Let's run a few challenges on Mo, and then we'll decide what we're gonna do from there. I might end it. Oh, it's Tulpa. This song is noisy, but it's also only 3 minutes long. We might end it since the chat's empty now, and then that gives us a good 3+ hour video. I might grind some more challenges, maybe, or we might do something else. What else is there to do? Champerado. Oops, I hit next level. I've been doing the 51 forever. Guess we can do 52. Well, nobody's walking up on you. This is just the song. Ooh, rhythm systems off of Biplex. I know I say this a lot, but this is a good one. I like this one. This is a good song. crown. An Ebon Razor. A perfect major trait Ebon Razor and 91% crit damage. Guys, I wanted to do like a real long stream today, try to get some good items and stuff, but I'm tired. I think I'm feeling it. Oh, we got a cookie. I think I'm feeling it though, like, yeah, we're out of energy. And we're due to sort stuff. Yeah, 193. We can only get 7 more items and then we gotta sort our inventory again. So I think I'm gonna call it for today. I'll probably grind some more on my own with this baby or this regular Barsoom that I wasted in a little bit. But I think that's it for the stream today. We had a good time. We got to talk to Vant. You know, if you're watching this later on YouTube, thanks for checking it out. Thanks for checking out our game. Leave me a comment. And yeah, we'll catch you tomorrow for Rise and Grind. Bye.